Okay, what are we doing today? Well, let me show you. I meant to video when we got this, and I totally spaced that off, but it's here. Got the Woodland Mills portable sawmill. It's not the biggest one, but it'll do what we want it to do. So what are we doing today? Well, I'll show you that in just a minute. First I got to drive the tractor over there and get things ready. Well, as you can see here behind me, we got a bit of a mess to clean up. Randy's over here. It's his sawmill. Say hi, Randy.
Hi, everybody.
What we're doing today, we've got this concrete pad that used to have a trailer on it years ago. Wow, Randy, you've been working hard. I've only been gone 10 minutes. Anyway, we got to get this all cleared off of weeds. And then, as you can see, I'll bring you over here so you can see. Up here on top, it's a bunch of busted up concrete. We're going to take all the old busted concrete out of here. We got a load of rock coming, and we're going to put down a nice layer of rock on here so we can level it up and get it on there. And if we get tired of doing that, or if we get that done, which is unlikely to get completely done before we wear out, we're a couple old guys, you know. But we got this entrance. We want to open this up a little wider, so we'll probably take out that tree right there and make it a little wider entrance. So that's what we got going on today, getting ready to put the mill in here, because like I said, the mill is actually going to go on this concrete pad, and that's what we're doing. Now you can see here they had a nice little step here, got a couple of trees and some brush to clear out, but you can see that, you know, it's all just busted up concrete. You know, we're gonna bust it up more and get it out of here, get some of this scrap metal out of here and these little trees out of here, and put down a nice layer of dirt. Then we'll have a nice level, because the edges, the sides of this are nice and level. We'll have a nice 24-foot long, 8-foot wide pad up off the ground a little bit to put the sawmill on and get it ready to go. So let's go to the long range time-lapse shot, and you can watch us get that work done, and we'll talk about it a little bit more later, and I'll show you how far we got and how far we have to go. This is how far we made it today. We got all the weeds and the trees pulled out of there and got the rock and the concrete pulled up. I'll show you what we did with the concrete. Some of it we took the pieces and, like, you know, flat pieces here. It wasn't real thick. And we put it down here, and we put, that's plastic, but underneath that is some of the pieces of concrete, so that when we pull up here to load logs, we won't sink. But this is half done. This is pretty much what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's going to have a nice layer of rock on there, and we'll pack it down. And like I said, I'll show you what we did with the rest of this concrete tomorrow. It came in real handy in one spot around here. So we're going to come back tomorrow and finish. We kind of got sidelined. We went over and lit a fire and burned and burned and burned. Got along this fence road down all the way up through here. Cleaned up a lot of mess. A lot of stickers and vines and bushes. But we'll finish up tomorrow, and then we'll show you the final product. Well, we're about to embark on the next day. Working on getting the sawmill pad set up, and now we got another new toy to play with. Weed chopper. God knows there's plenty of those. Lots of use for that around here. So here we go on day 2. Well, you can see here we did some burning yesterday, and then if you've been noticing in the backgrounds, we did do a little bit of cleaning up right here. There was a big old tree that had fallen over on top of another tree and knocked it down, and then the vines and stickers grew all up over it. We got all of that cleaned up in here. Looks like a mess, but it's cleaner than it was. But as you can see, this is the end of day 2, and this is the main thing we wanted to get done, was get this ready so that when the time comes, we can put the sawmill right on top of there. We got it all cleaned up. We got a good several inches of rock on it. We got rock down here for where I pull in with the tractor. Got all of our scrap metal cleaned up, but let me show you a couple of other things that we got done, you know, when we got tired of messing with this. We just kind of bounced around the last couple of days and did several things. Cleaned this up, widened this a little bit. That wasn't much. That's not the big thing. But before, if you look over there in the distance, way down there, that's the field entrance to go down to the field where the waterfall's at. I call it the waterfall field. And for some time I've been wanting to make an entrance where I just go straight down. And today we got down here and cleared it. It looked like maybe there used to be one there, except for the fact that there was a fence going through it. But we didn't have to clear much. We pulled out the fence, got a few small trees out of the way. Now we got this nice field entrance going down to the waterfall field. This is one of the fields where people camp. They camp over on that side, called the waterfall side. The waterfall's right through them trees. And then this is the waterfall field, south side. Upper side, I can't remember which, but anyway, this is where the other spot's at. And then all that flat concrete that we took out of there, most of it, what we did with it, I'll show you that here in a minute. Now see, there's the old field entrance, but as you can see, it's not a real good entrance. It washes out, it's got a tree stump in it, hard to get in and out of. But even after you get down here, you had another problem. This is downhill from the pond, and in rainy weather, this right here is just mud. You have to drive through it, and it is just plain mud. Well, it's not just plain mud anymore. We took all them flat pieces of concrete, we put them in here. You can see there where the water runs down from up there, and the pond's right up through them trees. So that's another thing we got done. We brought that flat pieces of concrete. They're only 1 or 2 inches thick. They did a good job there, and we put a few of them in here in this little washout so that it doesn't turn into a slop hole. So that's most of the stuff that we took care of in the last 2 days. Amazing how much 2 old men can get done in 2 days. We take a lot of breaks, just so you know. Not like we work ourselves to death. And we don't start bright and early either. Usually 9:30 or 10 when we get started. Yesterday 5 or 6. Today we were done by about 4. Yeah, this gives us something to drive on. Looks like it's already sinking in a little bit. But we got rock we can put in there too if we need to. Make it possible for campers to drive through here pretty much any time of the year. That's where we're at. We got all this done. Things are shaping up. Get the wood mill built. Got some boards, make an outhouse. We'll be ready. That's one of the main things that's missing about my property. A lot of people won't camp somewhere where they don't at least have an outhouse. And I'm planning on having one for the people that are coming on April the 8th for the solar eclipse here in Arkansas. It's a big deal around here. A lot of people coming. A lot of people coming. And I've got several people staying here. So, take a trip back up to the top, see it from the other direction, and then we'll say aloha. That's Arkansas for see you later. Not really. We all know what it is. But yeah, we cleared this area up here and made this a wider entrance. As you can see, the entrance up there is much wider as well. Did a lot of burning, did a lot of cleaning. Got a lot done. Got a lot done in just a couple of days. That was all grown up in weeds. It's cleaned up now. There's the rock pile. We got plenty of rocks, eh? So I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. We're going to have a lot more things coming up in the future.